Russia carried out a successful nuclear test for the second time in a space of 10 days. What is Russia planning for? What are the Russians preparing for? What is the end game for completing a nuclear test back to back, twice in space of 10 days, and both tests were successful? What kind of war is Russia planning? What is going on? What is the end game of all of this? That is a very vital question we need to ask. They carried out another nuclear test yesterday, the 28th of October 2025. This time around, an underwater nuclear capable test that could cause a tsunami-like devastation. And this is like a mini submarine. When I mean mini submarine, not mini submarine, a huge, gigantic submarine that can evade defenses and strike from deep inside the ocean. According to Vladimir Putin, Russia is now leading the world when it comes to weaponry in the 20th century. Russia is way and way ahead of the United States and any other countries in the world. This is one of the 6 new Russian strategic weapons we've known. So far, so good. The name of the weapon, apparently, according to Vladimir Putin, was taken from an ancient Greek god of the sea. What war is Russia preparing for? What is the Russian plan? What are they preparing for? Obviously, something big, something beyond Ukraine. And I heard a very interesting news from Lavrov today, the 29th of October. He claimed the West are planning to divide Russia and they are doomed to fail. Everything will go dark and black for that to happen. It is not going to happen. So is that the reason why Russia is preparing for something big? Or I don't understand, because no other countries in the world had ever tried what is happening right now. 2 nuclear tests in a space of 10 days and both were successful. It's not like they started today or yesterday. It has been a work in progress, okay? Now, having said all of this, that no other countries in the world had successfully carried out 2 nuclear tests in a space of 10 days. Having said that, China is suspected to have more dangerous and more advanced nuclear weapon too. Now, we're ahead of the United States, obviously, but nobody knows the capability of China yet. We know of Russia because at the moment, Russia is currently at war with NATO. But over the past few years, even under heavy sanctions, you can't deny that. You can't take that away from Russia. Even though they were under heavy sanction, Russia had won the race. Against. Let me look for the right word. They've won the race of deadly weaponry against any other countries in the world that we know. So far, so good. What are the Russians planning? What are the Russians preparing for? A video was published by Russian Ministry of Defense showing Vladimir Putin talking and congratulating the Marine Forces for a great effort and for a great achievement. Vladimir Putin went ahead to announce, obviously, the successful test of the super weapon, the second time in 10 days. I keep repeating that because I cannot get past it. This is something huge. This is something big. If you know, you know. 2 nuclear weapon test in 10 days. It is huge. Something the United States cannot even get their head past. He was there congratulating the Marine, and he claimed no other country had ever done this. And this weapon can evade any defenses, and when it hit, the destruction that comes from it is, only God knows. Let's hope we never experience that in our lifetime. The weapon is equipped with with a Russian nuclear power unit, and it was tested yesterday, the 28th of October 25. Vladimir Putin said there is no way to intercept this nuclear-powered submarine weapon. They call it submarine drone. When it is launched, no way to intercept it. No defenses can track or see it coming until it is too late. The weapon is said to be the biggest threat to the United States since the existence of the United States. Why? How? Now, I suspect in terms of United States using their sea fleet, their aircraft carriers and their navy ship, because United States are very good in those, going to other people's, ocean and sea to try to intimidate. So it is a big threat to the United States because anywhere the United States cannot go with their aircraft carrier or their navy or warships, United States has no control of that area or of that country, right? Maybe perhaps, I'm just telling you from thinking outside the box. Maybe that is why they said it is the greatest threat to the existence of the United States. This weapon is capable of carrying nuclear warhead and also unleashing a tsunami destructive characteristic when it goes off. Those were what we were told. Now, let's have a quick look at the final brief characteristics of this weapon. We know the name is taken from the Greek sea god. We know it causes tsunami when it goes off. But what else do we not know? It is produced by a company called Robin Design Brewery. And it is also known as the Canyon by NATO. Canyon. It is also known by Canyon by NATO designation. It is previously known by Russia codename Stator-6. That was the code name of the weapon when they first started the production in 2004 or so. So that was the code name Russia gave to it, Stator-6. The weapon is capable of carrying both conventional and nuclear warhead. The weapon is capable of, the capacity of the weapon is up to 2 megaton, which means it is around 133 times more powerful than the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima. I never called that name right. Hiroshima by the United States. That is what they're claiming. The capacity is up to 2 megaton and it is around 133 times more powerful than the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima by the United States of America. It can dive deep up to 3,300 feet, about 1 kilometer when launched. It can travel at a staggering speed of up to 100 knots, which roughly is about 115 miles per hour in the sea. It weighs up to 90 tons and measures around 60 feet in length. That is 60 feet in length. 60 feet in length will be about 18 or 9 meters. Yeah, maybe around about 18 or 19 meters long in length. Its diameter is around 6.5 feet, which makes it the largest torpedo ever developed in the world or ever produced in the world. The main objective of this weapon is to deliver a nuclear munition to the shore of any potential threat in order to guarantee a severe destructive and damage is delivered to that region. And it also delivers radioactive pollution and tsunami-like devastation. Have you seen tsunami on TV? In Asia, when tsunami strikes, when the ocean comes into land, they're saying this weapon can cause even 5 times more powerful destructive characteristic than that. And then at the same time, unleash a radioactive pollution to that region. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. I don't know what the Russians are planning. I don't know what kind of war the Russians are preparing for, but something look more bigger than we think or than we expect is already in Russian radar. And I always say this, that this conflict in Ukraine had caused a lot of irreversible damage. The United States had lost their credibility. They used everything they knew about Russia, about other countries against them. And everybody is now pulling out of the nuclear weapon, whatever agreement and organization. Everybody is now doing their own thing. Nobody actually knew how many nuclear warheads Russia had. Anyway, nobody actually knew the Russian capability and ability from the start. And now, they will never know. But what do you guys think? If you have anything else to add to this, or if you know something that I've missed, please leave it in the comment section. If you enjoyed the update, or if you find anything interesting, or if you find any of the information useful, indicate by giving us a like. Your comments are welcome as well. Have a great day and God bless.